Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks, or today we will be reviewing the trade paperbacks, volumes 1 and 2 of Patricia Briggs, Mercy Thompson's Moon Called. This is the comic adaptation of the first book in the series. The first novel of the series. If you do not know anything about the Mercy Thompson series, it is a book about this woman right here. Her name is Mercedes Thompson, Mercy for short, who is a skinwalker. She's Native American. She can become not a werewolf, but she becomes a coyote. She was raised by eventually werewolves. The person who raised her was the person called the Maroke. Who, you've heard of an alpha werewolf, right? So there's an alpha werewolf, and he's got all the groups of people, werewolves underneath him, and there's, all these different packs throughout the country. The Maroke is the alpha of the alphas. So he's in charge of all the werewolves in the United States. So she was raised by him. She is a mechanic who works on like VWs, and so there's kind of a running joke that her name is Mercedes, and she works on VWs. Starts out with a young kid coming in to the garage she works at and looking for a job, and it turns out that he is a newly turned werewolf. And of course he doesn't tell her that, and things start to happen. So we get involved in her world. It is a world where the fairies exist, the fae exist. The world knows about the faes. There's werewolves, there's vampires, and witches. And so it's her trying to navigate through that world and live her life. I mean, her house, she lives right next door to the alpha of the pack that's right outside of Spokane, Washington. And so she's trying to navigate her life and deal with all the stuff that comes through it, and so this book opens up that world, and it shows you how, introduces you to the character, all the supporting cast, and the world. And it was the book itself was very well written. Then it comes to this series. It was, I think Patricia Briggs had something to do with writing it, written by Patricia Briggs and what is his name? David Lawrence. So she helped with the script on this one. So it's a slight bit different. They leave certain things out from the book, because they have to shorten it up a little bit, but it follows the plot closely, or as close as it can. Leaving it's sort of like an abridged audiobook. They leave out certain little things that can be left out without altering the plot too much. It is very well done with following the plot, and I have to tell you this: they keep it good. They keep it tight and everything, and the art is pretty good. Just it's nice and crisp, and you can tell who's who, and very well done. And each book has an extra little side story. This is bonus chapter involving the young guy who comes to visit her, or comes to work for her, how he became the werewolf. So it's that one, and then the second book, it's a continuation of that story of what happened, the events leading up to him coming to see Mercy. I really enjoyed this series. I wasn't sure how good they would be, and I just happened to see the two of them at the local used bookstore, and there's volume 1 and 2. They were cheap. Picked it up, and I'm glad I did, because I enjoyed the book, and I've enjoyed these, and I'm glad to add them to my trade collection. So if you are a fan of Patricia Briggs or werewolf type stuff, pick it up, because it's enjoyable. I'm going to say it's a 4.25 out of 5. The art could have been a little bit better, but yeah. So check it out, and let me know what you think. So like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.